I
You started on a yawn.
I started on it. We started on a yawn.
Yeah.
I'm Administrator Hayes. I know.
All right.
I
So
don't want to seem unwelcoming, but I
What
don't
a
really have time to
bitch.
talk right now. A lot of Marines are
I'll
hurting.
fill you
Oh,
in.
well, this
Unfortunately,
video is
they're
getting
getting
demonetized in the first 5
Bailey.
seconds.
How many casualties are we looking at?
Between the platforms and the
I
crash,
will explain the story
that's
after the
20.
cutscenes.
And that'll double before the day's out. There's another 10 unaccounted for in Hangar Bay 3, but the doors are decompression sealed, so we know how that'll go. It'll get worse still if I don't get back to it, so if you'll excuse me.
Yes, sorry.
Your
Sorry.
jacket is not properly weight painted to your torso, lady. You have like a ghost torso that's like 3 times bigger than your actual torso.
Right. You know what? I'm going to explain the story now, since you missed the first episode. Well, the first opening. Essentially, space station, ship came on, person did sabotage, alien was unleashed, there was a cargo container full of eggs, and station gets wiped out. You're pretty much the administrator here, the Asian woman here. And
Yeah.
There's a montage for that a bit, because somebody out there will do it. And basically vanished the Marines after activating something called the Cerberus Protocol, which then nuked all the ships in high orbit, including this ship we're on now. In fact, I've survived it, kinda.
This one's a priority.
Okay.
Understood.
And now it's basically just get in contact with Colony and try and save whoever the hell we can.
Hey, new girl. Sorry, but I'm pretty busy right now. Crash buckled half the support bulkheads. That's all I can do to stop this place caving in.
All right, I'll let you get on.
Thanks.
I wish my boss used to do that with me when I was a technician, because yeah, they never stopped.
What, like, oh, I see you're doing your job, so I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone and let you do it?
Yeah, they never leave me the fuck alone and do it.
Yeah. No, that's a sign of a good leader. You're doing something I don't understand,
Administrator
okay?
Hayes,
Yeah, just get
I
up to
can't
it.
tell you how glad I am to see another Wayland Yutani face aboard. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Becker. The company assigned me to the ship in order to oversee trials of a new cryo-sleep routine. But I
You
can't
are
do that
absolutely
now.
batshit
Stay in my
insane.
lab.
You look it, you
Months
sound
of
it,
Vital research.
you're
gone.
wearing the lab
If
coat,
I at least had power, I could salvage the backups.
your hair is probably because you
These
stuck a
roads keep
fork in
going.
a friggin' power outlet.
Perhaps you could.
Sorry, Doctor, but they're not exactly friendly to me either.
It's
You're
not
wearing the
friendly.
jacket.
Who holds
Not the
high
jacket.
authority?
I already made that joke.
Wayland
You're
Yutani
making
executive
You're wearing the
or
exact same
Marine?
glasses the villain from
Where does
Indiana
Captain
Jones
Marcel's
wore.
fund come from? Who provides
Oh,
the
shit.
weapons? You might
Wait,
wanna
which
push
is
Yep.
Indiana Jones? Are we talking about
The first one, Raiders
Thank
of the
you,
Lost
Doctor.
Ark.
You've given
the
me a
Nazi
lot
with the
to
bowl
think
cut
about.
hat?
Well, of course.
Yes.
Deputy Administrator Hayes to the
Oh
bridge.
no.
Hayes,
Oh
to
no.
the bridge.
Ah, the
All
poppin'.
right. This is what the short-range frequency receiver picked up. It's a distress message from a nearby colony.
This is Sheriff Newsom. Red Hills Township they're killing everyone. We need help. The Barrows fire too coffee.
Oh no.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh no.
We have to go there. See for ourselves.
What? I feel for those people, but we're blind here. If we're to save anyone, we need proper comms.
We got them. The Otago, Hunslet's dropship, our vehicles, my Marines. They all speak the same language. Courtesy of the USCM comm
Yeah.
system.
That's not what
It's
I
a
meant.
military decision.
Pray on.
Which means it's my
Pray
decision.
on.
Those folks need help.
Yeah, that's the language they speak.
If
What
only
do
I
you need
used to
from
do
me?
animation.
Normally,
Ah.
I'd lead the squad and an officer'd run oversight. You know, intel, tactical, from the ARC, our armored recon carrier. I can do that, but I need you to handle the rest from here on the Otago.
Oh. I thought I wasn't military.
Don't I know it? Listen, if I'm gonna keep my people alive, I need someone with smarts for when mine falls short. If it helps,
Smarticles.
this ain't exactly what I signed on for
Good
either.
materials, not not
Welcome
an
to the
overabundance of
Colonial
edgeware, which is really good, especially because these assets are on screen are usually smaller because this is like an RTS game, and I think it's isometric, right?
Yeah, you'll see in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understood.
Um.
Uploading mission data.
the map table kind of confused me because it's like smart glass, and it's presumably the maps change depending on stuff like that. But then they had these little LED light pumps, and I'm like, do they have to install a new pane of glass every time they change the map? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, no, you never know. It'd be funny if they did. Like, the technology in Aliens, especially when it comes to some, is like retro, sci-fi. That's a word.
No, it's Oh, hold on. Sorry, a moment of silence for
Marines, listen up.
for those with
I know we're
autism
hurting,
getting
but we
excited
gotta
about the
get
dropship
going.
taking off.
We pulled in a partial signal from the settlement of Dead Hills. We don't know exactly what's happening there, but after what we've seen on Pioneer, we can't take any risks. We'll start by securing the landing control zone. From there, we'll take a look around, see what's going on. Keep your eyes open for survivors. Be ready for a firefight. Even a bad day can get worse.
And he jinxed it.
Oh no, yeah, usually. No, that was definitely a Frago he just gave. Just like, yeah, emergency oh shit briefing. Here we go.
Yeah.
A lot more engine effects in this game because the Cheyenne. Yes, the Cheyenne usually just, in all the media I've seen, it just hovers, like supernaturally. You never really see like any thrust or anything,
I'll be running tactical
Shit,
from the
you're
ARC
right.
while Hayes runs
Yeah.
support from the Otago.
Remember when I played
Administrator
Colonial
Hayes,
Marines and it has those
settled down
sequences
there?
where it hovers?
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah,
Don't let Corrigan hear you
it
say
actually had like.
Okay,
Well,
send in
it,
recon. Get the perimeter gate open. Let's see what's going down in this burg.
well,
On it.
I'm trying not to be rude, but then again, that's what
On my way.
subtitles exist for.
All right.
And
see what's in
believe it or not, subtitles were not developed for the hard of hearing. They were divided for game commentators like us to be rude and talk over things.
I somehow date that.
What did you everything I say is true, Nightmare, 100% without a doubt.
Receive anything more from
I have
Sousa?
Not a word. I don't like this.
I have citations and sources to back up my claims.
Sounds like our first task is to secure the landing control zone. If things go south, fall back to the ARC and let the big
No, but
Here?
that was a Gearbox game, so that could easily be written off as them forgetting to, writing a,
Run a bypass.
not spell checking a line of code and the particle effects not spawning in. But funnily enough,
On it.
I think they were actually being true to the source material, because in the movies there's not. I think it has the main thrusters, but when it's hovering, you don't see what's making it hover. If you get what I'm saying.
It's been a while.
When the
since
landing gear does,
Hey,
they
Harper.
loved
No sign of
they
movement
loved the
from up
smoke
here. Do you
machines.
see anything?
They definitely loved the smoke machines when it came to the hydraulics and the landing gear and stuff like that.
Don't you worry none, Sarge. You've got a squad of big, strong Marines to keep you safe.
Oh boy.
So just to kind of heads up what I've done with the difficulty, it's a custom difficulty. So
Oh,
it's a funny one what I've done.
So either you're cheating to make it more easier for you, or you're a sadistic bastard.
I've done a little bit of a mix.
Let's see what's
So
inside.
what I've done is essentially made it so the game is
What have we
pretty
got?
much the same,
Satellite communications
just in
access
different
looks
ways.
intact, which is more than can
So
be said for the
there's
operator.
an
No answers here.
aggression meter that's being
Okay.
upped.
Guy must have hated his
Oh.
job.
Don't we all?
If you're
But
done, how about getting
The
me
enemy,
plugged in?
but the Xenos have less health.
Hmm.
I'm hoping what I've
Alright,
done by that
see what's in
is
there.
made it more like the film, like the film.
Do you think?
I think
Hmm.
possibly.
Yeah.
I hope I have.
Okay. Well, no. I was going somewhere different with that.
Oh, okay.
Establishing
do you-
satellite uplink.
Do you
Stand
think
by.
there's a lore reason to why
Stand
xenomorphs have gotten more
Stand by.
fragile?
Plot.
Link established.
That's the only thing I can think of is a plot. It's like
Because in the original Alien, it was like,
Long and
oh,
ready to burn through every
fuck.
door in
Nothing kills this thing. And then all of a sudden it's aliens, and it's like we're stacking bodies, we're taking names, we're smoking cigars.
I guess it's because what they were using was an actual, what the pulse rifle fired, maybe?
You heard the lady. Get this door
It was a
unwelded and continue our path towards the
10mm
colony
caseless. I think it was HE. I can't remember that Pacific well, but it was. I remember it was a 10mm caseless. That I do remember.
What I'm gonna do as your with the power of co-commentary, which I'm doing really bad right now because I'm stuttering like a little bitch, is I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, please
I'm gonna look up the pulse rifle, and we're gonna nerd out over this. You know, in the downtime we have before you absolutely get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Looks like someone wasn't taking any chances.
I'm gonna mention this now in the video now. Slight issue with my PC. It does have a. It did. And I've actually done this earlier today, and it crashed. And my whole PC rebooted and cut everything short. So, in the event something weird happens again, I will upload what I have. This is mentioned in the video as well.
We're here now.
And then, yeah, I'll edit what I can, recover what I can. Because I couldn't recover anything before. It was painful.
This reminds me of.
We don't know it was those creatures.
Windows has ability to recover corrupted footage, but it's like I'm pretty sure the process is a little iffy on whether or not it decides to work or not.
Come on, team.
Yeah, the issue was I think it was because I did it during the day when it was a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me just try something. I'll be back in a second.
Oh boy.
Just commentary, you know.
Yeah.
I just attempted to make more airflow into the room.
Alright.
I don't.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording. I was recording the whole time.
Oh well, we'll have to cut that.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
I was like, oh, when they get back, when they'll get back, I'll say, hey kids, did you know that the 10x24? No, that was awkward silence.
That's fine.
All right, so the 10x24 caseless, designated to M309, is an American-made caseless cartridge because aliens world building, nations still exist, and space is divided based on national colonists. So there's American colonists, there's
What the hell is that?
there's
Like some kind of
Asian colonists. I'm pretty sure the it's split down to the kind of Asian, like Chinese, Japanese, and so on.
It's basically
And
all
I'm pretty
over
sure.
Asia.
And I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, sorry. You were correcting me.
Yeah, it's pretty much all of Asia. It's like I forgot.
It's all of Asia. It's like United Asia or something.
I can't remember the name of the alliance, but it was all united.
That's very interesting.
I know.
Because usually they don't like each other that much.
It's something must have happened. My recommendation on that one, if you I'm gonna actually. I'm surprised I'm saying this. I'm not surprised I'm saying it because it's a good game, but Fireteam Elite covers a lot of this kind of law. Ironically enough, in its gun law.
But yeah, I'm pretty. Basically, instead of going the Halo route, where it's like, okay, we are the United Nations, and then we are the United Nations Space Command. Wait, no, I'm sorry. United Nations Space Command was made in response to people not knowing how to behave. And the Fourth Reich being formed underneath the UEG's nose. But there's the United Earth Government, which was like the universal government for all the colonies and stuff like that. And instead of that, aliens went, alright, we're going to continue nation states and borders, but we're going to go galactic with it. And so, you know, like, America had a stake to a claim of a certain part of space, you know, colonized space and so on. So that's why it's specified. that's why they love to specify when something's American-made or so on in Aliens, because Americans still are very prominent, and so are other nationalities. It's galactic nationalization, which I think I just coined that term.
US is also a empire now. I could be thinking of the wrong universe for that one.
You should be able to deactivate lockdown.
Roger.
And someone in the comments, if they're a bigger Aliens nerd than I'm more of a Halo guy, so I could be wrong 100%, even though I should be just reading from the wiki because I literally have it open right in front of me. But anyways, back to an American-made caseless rifle cartridge. I guess they figured out there's like a render from one of the games of the magazines, and it's literally like, it's the weirdest magazine stack I've ever seen. Because it's like traditional caseless rounds. I'm pretty sure they're backwards because the indents. It's like traditional caseless rounds, square blocks. They don't seem to be made out of. They're not brown. Maybe they're made out of a different dissolvable substance. They probably figured out how to make them weather resistant, space resistant, probably. The little indentations on the cartridge seem to be loaded backwards in the gun, with the indentations that the bolt uses to grab it being forward facing instead of backward facing.
I just don't feel so
or maybe
we're not going to hurt you.
And I say that because the feed lip of the magazine, I know it's backwards because the indentations are facing the feed lip of the magazine. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the pulse rifle feeds rounds a different way, so those indentations are actually in the proper orientation. I don't know.
What the hell?
But here I am talking. Here I am talking about, you know, guns while this guy gets absolutely murdered by a chest burster.
It's what happened to McDonald and the others on Pioneer.
You were saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over your neck.
So yeah, you have. So if I remember rightly, the magazine had a conveyor on it. Its own little conveyor belt or something along those kind of lines.
Yeah, I noticed that because it's like, it's a dual stack, but it's a quad stack, and I don't mean. Okay, anybody who knows about guns and they're matching your traditional quad stack, which usually feeds into a dual stack, because there's no guns I can think of that actually feed quad stack. It's usually the magazine widens into stack.
And then it goes
into a dual stack. I'm not talking about horizontal. I'm talking about not vertical. I'm talking about horizontal on a different axis. It's like there's two stacks of two, and it's like a 2x2 grid. Like if you look at a Lego brick and it's a 2x2, you got the 4 studs on the top. It's like that. It's really weird. I don't know if we have the editing skills at this point to provide a visual reference, but if we can, we will. If we don't, it's a quick Google. Just type in 10x24mm caseless. But it's really freaking interesting what I'm looking at. But apparently, 10 millimeters. I guess that's a pretty big projectile.
You think this is how those things got in? Squad lead, deploy a field
It's the
spotter.
forbidden anus.
I want to know if anything comes out of this hole.
Fucking H.R. Geiger.
Well, yeah, I guess call it how it is. There's no fluffing that.
No,
Nice work, team.
isn't. Have you ever seen?
It's a sphincter.
Now let's get back to
Have you ever
those
seen H.R. Geiger's work?
Yes, and if you're a big fan of it, you should go play Scorn. We are not sponsored by Scorn.
I'll be honest, I've seen this gameplay of Scorn. It's not one that's ever took my fancy.
No, no, it's an interesting game, and it's not for the faint-hearted.
Have you played it? You would have seen it.
I've seen it. And I know that I couldn't make it for the first section of it because it's quiet. Because it's a very atmospheric game, and when a game has a really good atmosphere, that atmosphere can convince you, can play tricks with your mind to convince you that either, you know, it just does not
Harper,
make
are
me
you
feel
reading this?
safe.
Yeah,
And that,
looks like the field
and then
box
again,
something
good
up.
art.
Squad lead, check it out.
Comforts
Secure.
disturb and disturbs the comfort. I butchered that quote, but I was comfortable. I definitely felt disturbed, so it's good art, you know.
Motion tracker.
It disturbs the it comforts the disturbed, but
Setting up
disturbs the
motion tracker.
comfortable. That's the full quote.
Motion tracker.
Okay, so back to bullets. 210 grain,
Stay alert.
steel jacketed
Testing,
and
testing.
explosive
Careful.
tips projectile.
This is what
There we
happened to
go.
the others on Pioneer. And to that guy in the HQ.
And yes,
Can we get it
it's a
open?
specific propellant, Nitramine 50.
On it.
Shit. Hey. Well, that dude's fucked.
Back off! The tail's constricting! It'll strangle the poor bastard. We can take him back to the Otago? Maybe Booker can...
You are not taking him to medbay. We can't risk the contamination.
God damn it. All right. We can't leave him here like this. Squad lead, put him out of his misery and then get back to the mission.
That's a weird one.
Copy.
Because if the tail is constricting,
Nightmares.
cut it off.
buddy.
Acid, blood, and so it's a.
But then, if, well, I mean, like acid blood, yeah,
Each shot
I guess
brought
it could.
its attention.
But I guess I'm more concerned about the fact, like, when you try to pull a tick off, and they say, "Oh, you burn it." It's like, if you remove a tick or a slug the wrong way, not a slug, I'm sorry, leech the wrong way, is the potential for it to regurgitate back into you, and they're like, "Oh, that's a contamination hazard. You can get really sick if you remove a leech or a tick the wrong way." So, what if you killed it? I wonder if there's even a safe way to remove a face hugger.
There isn't.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
something around.
Once it's on your face, it's on your face.
Exactly.
Copy.
Okay, so it's going to be prepare tool. Shit.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Move on!
It surely wouldn't just fucking.
Drone spotted.
It fucking did.
It's seen us!
Let's rock!
Now that's what I'm talking
It fucking did. Cool.
Tango, straight ahead! Looks like they found us!
Oh yeah, don't mess with me. I really love
I'm just gonna come out just to get rid of it.
this gun.
Contact!
Let's rock!
Hoorah!
No, okay, I'm absolutely wrong. I misremembered. The notches on the case list are in the right orientation. They are forward. Yeah, that's the thing. When you're so used to traditional cased ammunition loading, and then you look at a completely different kind of gun, you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And again, like
Setting a motion
the
tracker.
10, not 10 by 24. That's
There's
the
something around.
4.73 by 33 millimeter caseless cartridge was made for. Guess what kind of gun?
Doors welded
Shoot.
shut. Someone made the right
The
call.
German
Personal
clock rifle,
transmitter on
the
other
G11.
side. Could be a live one.
All right, Marines.
So I don't hold blame to myself for not knowing that, because they literally had guys that made clocks design that gun.
And there was overheating issue with the barrel due to a lot of wacky shit. I think it was just hard to maintain as well. I'm gonna feel very loose memory.
Who's there? Who are you? Are you with the company?
Take it easy, man. We're the USCM Corps. I'm under the orders of Sergeant Harper and in contact with Administrator Hayes from the Pioneer Station.
It's Joe McAllen, technician 2nd grade. Please, don't Don't leave me here, please.
Did he say second grade, but the subtitles say second class?
Translation error?
Getting in my dropship.
I don't think there should be a translation error, but...
Can we get a, like, US .gov style list of the ranks in the,
Just keep an eye on him, will you?
Wait, hold on. This is not the... He would not be part of the Colonial Marine Corps, what?
No, he's...
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to... I wonder if the ranks are listed anywhere, like, even in the, like, the tabletop books. Which Aliens does have tabletop books.
Let's see what's inside.
Here we go.
Come on, team!
Oh, there's dead man. It's back.
Also, to anybody watching this who might be a moderator of Xenopedia, I am using an ad blocker. I am not sorry. Fandom.com sucks ass.
Was it fandom?
Yeah, it's fandom.com.
And
everybody's aware of how far fandom has degraded as a, service provider.
I mean, I ended up going through multiple different pages just to find information about the just the ships in general in the universe.
Come on, team!
And they are ridiculous.
No, I'm actually surprised that Wikipedia, which is, by the way, the #1 source for all Star Wars info. Star Wars is a bigger fandom than Halo, and Halo has its own Wikia. Like Halopedia, it has its own dedicated, self-hosted service built off of the Wikia format, like that Wikipedia does. I'm surprised Wikipedia hasn't just done and made its own Wikia. I think it's a Wikia. I don't know what it's called, but its own dedicated, Minecraft did it. By the way, any Minecraft information you want, don't go to Minecraft fandom. Go to the Minecraft proper wiki,
Come on, team.
Minecraft.
Right now.
Searching dead bodies, searching crates. Man, we're doing some normal CSI work, aren't we?
Let's see what's inside.
We need what we got. I mean, we're on a crash.
If you need a ride or more firepower, squad, don't forget I can provide both with the ARC. Just find me a tactical position and I'll join you.
Land support required.
So is that some kind of new subcompact of the APC from the movie?
I think so. It's either that or it was just about at the same time. I'm not entirely sure which.
Maybe the APC is obviously an APC, and finally Aliens came around to make an IFV, and that's what that is.
Pretty sure.
Hey, I found something.
But it's called an ARC, so I have the website.
Come on, team.
ARC. What's Archie versus Predator? What the frig? You guys have an article on? Oh my god. Okay. So Xenopedia is the entire AVP franchise, so it covers Predator and Aliens, and I just found Archie versus Predator.
Deploying motion tracker.
That's interesting.
Motion tracker.
I never expected that crossover.
Motion tracker activated.
What do you mean we say Archie?
Okay, so Archie is a I almost said Hanna-Barbera, but the art style is pretty similar. It's from that time though. Archie is no, okay. No, I don't want the character. I want the franchise.
Thank you. I never thought I'd get out of there alive.
Looks like Corrigan's gonna get that extra pair of hands.
I might as well just read Archie comics. Archie is like a comic book character from America. It was founded in 1930. It's 39, so even even though realistically somebody's going to split hairs and say the late 30s, it was the 40s. It was founded in the 40s. New York. I think it was started in New York. Woohoo, my hometown. Not really. New York's bigger than people actually think.
Hey, I found something.
And he's just a comic book character, really. It's like this high school kid, and he has 2 girlfriends, but one of them's actually his girlfriend named Veronica, and another one is either an ex or a girl who's interested in him. So already we got the freaking love triangle going on. He has a dope-head friend named Jughead. He doesn't smoke dope, but I'm pretty sure he has few brain cells missing, so he probably sniffed gasoline.
Okay, we'll get that kid. Don't make yourself too comfortable.
Jughead's really fucking funny though. So like, I'm not throwing shade at Jughead. He's probably the best character of the comics. But yeah, it's like Archie is like in the newspapers. You know, you have the comics. You know, you got the comics section with Garfield and all that, and Archie's one of those comics. And you know, it's such like a, you know, like
back to the core, buddy.
It's such a vanilla comic that I wouldn't expect they would have such a violent creature such as the Predator show up in. So that's why I'm saying it's such an unexpected crossover.
There's something about his attitude.
Were you in the Corps long, Marine?
7 years before they canned me, Chief.
Why would they do that?
Same thing as put me in here. Wasn't so good.
I'm not trying to be a nerd. I just they keep putting me in these situations. Like, why the frig? I just wanted to look up the ARC, and I found Archie versus Predator.
I will say, when you said Archie, I was wondering if you meant the acronym some Star Trek Troopers at first, because as a nickname for them.
Oh, really? They're called the Archies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it was.
I think I get it. Is it like Charlie? Like Archie, Charlie? Yeah, okay. That's a parody of that.
Quiet. It didn't see us. Move on!
Oh, it went high. Yes, straight ahead. That door there.
Alright, so I should have opened up the United States Colonial Marine, the U.S. I don't like that acronym. The United States Colonial Marine Corps, and it's only the USCM. I feel like it should be the USCMC.
Those egg things were on Pioneer Station.
Oh,
I think that's the origin of the infestation.
Flee that nest and get to the friendly.
No. Rifle platoon, squads. No, I don't want BDU. Weapons and equipment and ordnance? Maybe.
More signatures spotted.
Right now.
Where are their vehicles?
Too late.
What about the vehicles they
He was
employed?
infested.
No chances.
The Wiki wasn't that nice to navigate when Wikis.
Light him up.
Oh, that was some easy. Oh.
Aerospace wing. Okay. That's where the Cheyenne
These
is.
eggs are the start of the life cycle, and we eradicate them. Maybe we can get the outbreak under control. Might even stop it dead.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Wait a minute. I hope you don't want my Marines to check every corner of this colony to find your nest.
We don't have to do it the hard way. This place is full of security cameras. We should be able to access the feed. I've marked the control room.
Lucky grunts, all going to the cinema.
Yeah, and they're having popcorn and cigarettes. You know.
We're blind checking hookers.
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks.
Quiet. It didn't see us. It's seen us! Oh, yeah.
The M577. Why would that be under rifle platoon? That wouldn't be a rifle. First off, that would be mechanized infantry. Each section is led by a sergeant and includes a driver for the M577 armored. Oh my! Never mind. I'm not getting into this.
Hurry, we can't stay
The The M577, it's the APC from the movies.
Fucking Weyland-Yutani.
Let's look at the variants.
Work, rest, and play.
I bet you're glad for it now.
I'm not glad.
On my way.
There we go. Activate the cameras. Let's have a look.
But they built it off of an airplane tug, actually. Like, the actual movie vehicle was built off an airplane tug. That makes sense.
Camera feed online. Happy hunting, Marines.
Not a tug.
Let's
That's
see what's
naval.
inside.
And
Looks like
I
we've got
don't
some
even-
supplies by the admin building.
the tow vehicles they use to tow airplanes around.
Yeah. Well, no,
Can't be sure, but it looks like there's some ammunition still in the armory.
no, we would have
May as
made
well
it.
put it to use. Got
No,
eyes
I
on a
can't
stockpile
find that
up in the
vehicle. I
warehouse.
guess they didn't update it for. Maybe they just haven't done anything for the game for these newer games yet. How old is this game? A year?
It's exactly like the one I've seen on Pioneer.
Looks like the slaughterhouse. Let's check it out.
You like cows, Sarge, or are you just hungry?
Now, you know what they say. A day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm.
Hilarious. Reaching that slaughterhouse looks like a trek from here. Maybe you should use the ARC.
Move on! They're heading our way!
Okay, that was it. So do you remember what I said about the difficulty being I made it so that they were easier to kill, but then if you look at the aggressive bar on the top right, see that explanation point?
See the explanation point? Yeah.
When that
exclamation, not explanation. What? When that happens, that means that you're gonna die, right?
No. No,
Don't
I'm
get too
gonna
comfy, okay?
die. It's gonna mean there's gonna be a horde. So potentially die, actually. Yeah, no, that's
Potential. The potential to die.
Is potential death.
On it. Hey, I found something. Looks like a data pad.
More signals incoming!
Let's see what's inside.
Move on!
Who
More
talks like
signatures
that?
spotted.
I found something. Looks like a data pad. I went to McDonald's, saw something on the table. It looks like a
More signals
cheeseburger.
incoming!
It was a cheeseburger.
And hopefully it was a data pad.
If it's a data pad, I'd be concerned.
So yeah, I'm guessing that's just like a shortened down, like cut down, like AFV or something.
Pretty much. I'm gonna go grab some supplies.
And this one, by the way, was not made off McLean Cargo Tug. This one was made. This one was custom made by Diesel Brothers. You can tell because it has all-wheel steering and giant off-road wheels.
So did the original APC.
Don't worry, my joke.
I'm sorry, man. Big wheels.
Is it self-driven?
No, Harper's driving it.
Oh, he needs to go back to freaking.
Come on, team!
He needs to learn. I'm afraid to see him parallel park. Is all I'm saying.
Let's see. See, normally I wouldn't get them to run, but this tends to be safe. Plus the ARC is there, and if we can really slow them down. Because we
I have a KFC chicken sandwich and a whole thing of mac and cheese to go with it, and I'm so tempted to be unprofessional and just eat it while doing commentary.
I mean, if you want to eat it, just,
I have multiple signals.
No,
Let's see what's inside.
no. Commentators, we must be strong and, vigilant.
dude, last time we did a commentary,
Let's
I
see
was
what's inside.
eating occasionally. It's fine.
Last time we did commentary, it didn't get released because Krim co-commentated with us, and some things were said that should not have been said.
No, it's not that. It's like she was doing the editing and her laptop copped it.
Oh yeah, her laptop was a piece of shit Chromebook. Yeah, Chrome, you could suck it. I'm not apologizing for that. Come sue me.
I need to ask her actually if you ever do, because she said she was going to do something while she was in France. So.
What's my reference? Louis Rossman. That's my reference. Anyways, people with autism unite. No, but that thing's in editing hell.
Yeah.
There's something around.
The dinosaurs won that day.
I still got the long play I got from the original one I did. And that's
Yeah, the long play with no commentary. What, 5 people watched that?
Don't remind me. It's like very mixed one. It's like it's very mixed.
What's your YouTube channel again? That's not professional for me to ask.
That's alright. I have experimented so. You had a bad day.
You got 798 subscribers. By the time they see this video, you'll have 600, because that's how many will unsubscribe once they hear my voice.
Oh my.
No, you're saying?
Yeah. I keep playing around. Some people think I should do commentary. Some people think I shouldn't do commentary. It's
More signals incoming.
Well, if you want to do commentary and you want to keep people coming to your channel, definitely don't invite Stone to co-commentary.
Hey, look, Stone's been doing well with his own stuff.
More signals incoming.
He scares me.
No, he just with the armor unit. He decided to go and do the first Sergeant act.
I have multiple signals.
I know.
Yeah. Did you see it? Did you watch his video?
It's there. I don't need to watch his video. I experienced
I know
it.
I did experience it, but there's stuff we missed because we were our own little
Let's
thing.
see what's inside.
Samuel, yes, First Sergeant. You know, a God made the sky blue. No, First Sergeant, because God loves the infantry.
Take a breather. Watch that stress, squad.
Can you hear crying?
I don't think we need.
Come on, team.
They need to rest. I see. I'll get them some rest because they are approaching distress. High stress bad.
She'll draw their mic to us. Tell her to shut
Oh
up.
no,
The ARC
they're
now.
PTSD. That's not service related.
Right now.
Oh, Weyland
I
Yutani's
don't
so
wanna leave.
evil in every
I'm safe
way.
here. I want to be a part of them.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's like trying to freaking get a VA claim for
Strong
them.
enough.
No, you're not strong enough.
Good question.
Don't worry, miss. We got a strong armored vehicle waiting for us. State of the badass art.
You okay, miss?
Finally, I've been chosen. Damn, that hurts.
Back off. We've seen this before.
There's nothing witty I could say to cover up how weird that. Oh.
I don't think.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. My mic cut out for that. Unfortunately.
It didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't.
It didn't?
It didn't.
This Discord mic indicator is not. Discord, fix your shit. I know exactly what's gonna happen though. The monkey paw curls. They're gonna fix the mic indicator, but it's gonna come with a revolutionary UI update that everybody's gonna be pissed about.
Oh, please don't tell me that.
It's gonna. Because they need to justify putting enough 50,000 into Discord's development somehow. But it's okay, Nightmare, because the mic indicator, the new one with the new UI update, it's gonna be blue. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I have a Samsung Note 9, and there's a reason why I turned off Google Play Store auto updates. It's because my phone can not run the new Discord UI. Physically, it cannot run it. So I have to use the old I don't have access to polls. I don't have access to the new Twitter embeds.
Got something.
None of that new stuff. It's the price I pay to have Discord working on my phone. You know, because apparently they decided that, you know, a RAM-hungry UI update on a mobile platform was the way to go. Screw everybody with quote-unquote outdated hardware. You know, because, you know, not everybody buys the new friggin', you know, iPhone, you know, when it launches, because not everybody's made out of money, or not everybody has a rich mommy or daddy, you know, who want, you know, to pay for their new phone. So, you know,
this is true.
Screw you, you know. But Freeman, they ask, won't your phone explode?
Okay.
It's a Note 9, not a Note 7.
Squad leader here. The signal comes from behind this bulkhead door.
Looks like a decontamination chamber. You should be able to cycle it. There should be a terminal next to the entrance.
I feel weird because I feel like you should be doing the talking since you're the guy playing the game and it's your channel.
Decontamination process commencing.
But I think you're too focused on trying not to die.
I don't talk a lot.
What the?
That's the thing. I don't tend to talk a lot.
USCM, ma'am. Responding to Sheriff
should talk
Sousa's
more.
distress call.
Everybody, but everybody's tired of hearing dumb Americans. They want to hear your voice. They find it
Decontamination
attractive.
process
They find
restarted.
it fresh. They find it
Processing.
exotic.
Processing. Decontamination complete.
They find it exotic?
Yes.
I'm
Name's
exotic.
McNeil.
Oh,
I'm a
100%.
veterinarian
I guess when
around
American,
here.
I'm exotic.
Shut myself in
You're
here
very
when
exotic.
everything went to
You
hell.
with your leopard print
Problem
pants.
is, when you do that,
what?
it's kind of hard to get back out
Leopard
again.
print
Guess
pants.
I wasn't
I
thinking
don't.
straight.
You know the situation?
Not much.
Mm.
Sousa
I have
recovered
black
a
and
weird
more black.
corpse next to the slaughterhouse. I've
Oh,
never
and
seen
you've
anything
never
like
gone
it
back.
myself. But then I look after
No, not
herd
really, no.
animals and stitch up the occasional wound in someone who should know better.
I
I'm
have a
not
very bland
xenobiologist
style, I guess, but it's mainly
or a
all
fighter.
work clothes.
Before she
from
left,
pretty
Sousa
much.
It's fine.
insisted I keep
I,
this.
I wear khakis
Said it was
and I
automated,
wear
but
khakis and I
never
don't
managed to
deviate.
set it up.
You know.
All right, Marines. Grab that
Yeah,
sentry
I mean,
gun
I
and
got
get the hell
told
out of
about my
here.
new
She ain't
uniform.
a medic, but I'm sure Booker will appreciate the
I
help.
was like, it's not really changed. That's all, especially my uniform. So great.
Roger.
Let's go and get the sentry.
Let's see
gun.
what's inside.
The mighty sentry.
The sentry gun. Ooh.
Come on, team.
McNeil.
You know what? If we get popular enough, we might get a sponsorship. I would love to be sponsored by Mountain Dew Kickstart.
I see nothing
You
on
know,
your
just
trackers.
them to send me pallets of it,
guess
so
you
I
can
never
always
have to
put those
buy it
sentry
again.
guns to good use.
You're learning fast, Administrator.
Hmm.
Place that gun, Marines.
You juice caffeine.
All right, we're all set. They're coming. Give those bugs a warm welcome, Marines. Open that door.
On one condition, though. I am not sharing a
On my
spotlight
way.
with the puppy monkey baby.
Accessing terminal.
I don't want to know.
You don't know about
I don't want to know.
Process engaged.
You unfortunately already know. You've just repressed it.
Decontamination complete.
I secretly love that thing, but at the same time, I'm not sharing the spotlight with it.
That's wrong.
It's a drone.
You like that, huh? They're heading our way. Tango straight ahead.
You know, with it becoming less durable, I've noticed they've also become less intelligent.
This gun is a
Oh no, they just aren't intelligent anyway.
All right, squad. I think we're good.
Really, because in some of the films, they are like, I mean, like not
intelligent.
Oh,
Shit, man. She's gone.
What the hell was that? Did that critter just steal the vet from you?
Damn! I just lost McNeil's PDT. They're abducting people. It could explain why I was reading only 7 PDTs.
They're
I'll dig
they're
into the data
abduct.
transmitter's history. Maybe there's more
Yeah.
survivors out there.
They're. I feel like that was a bad pun.
Signals incoming.
They're abducting people. You know, through an air duct.
Yeah. I'm gonna get them to double time.
Come on, team.
through a sandstorm? Through a sand rainstorm. What the? No, wait, no. That's not water. That's sand particles.
Oh wait, we're here.
We're in space Fallujah. It's just, you're.
I think we're good.
Look, oh, okay. Well, that's lightning. So that makes things 10 times worse.
It's the atmosphere processing.
Copy.
Weyland-Yutani building better worlds.
Building shit worlds. What the? What?
Yeah,
so you're telling me the lightning? I get it. Atmospheric disturbance, but that usually would come atmospheric disturbance, or like excitation of the atmosphere, or stimulation of the atmosphere. There would be rain. Instead, we got a lightning storm with a sandstorm.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what sign
That's
those
horrible.
windows?
That's scary.
That is scary. But you know what's yeah.
You'll tear the flesh from your very bones.
Yeah. Building better worlds. It takes time.
Oh.
But the thing to remember about Aliens is, as a franchise, is at least during this kind of era,
Is that the aliens aren't the true bad guys?
oh no, they're fucking horrific. They're smart.
I think all they want is a sandwich.
Hey, look, we don't talk about sandwiches.
What? Yeah, Nightmare has a bad history with the Earl of Sandwich.
We're going to a cage match.
We got into a cage match. Okay, so dumb American moment. You guys ready for this? Anybody? You guys watching ready for this? I did not know that. Okay, I did not know that the people in charge, and this is coming out. This is being recorded right now on July 6th, which means 4th of July was just 2 days ago. On the 3rd of July, I did some reading on the, the independence and the war and stuff like that, because me and Nightmare were having a who's better, the British or American argument.
Really?
And we always do that. We always take the best out of each other.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So I did not know that the main guy in charge, in George III's stead, like the guy who George III, like not deviated, what delegated, responsibility to was literally called Lord North. And Lord North, you will not believe this, was actually working closely with the Earl of Sandwich. So if that doesn't make sandwiches one of the most American things ever, well, I mean, something that Americans and British have, like the British and Americans have in like common the strongest is sandwiches. If that doesn't make that, then I don't know what does. Because like friggin' Earl of Sandwich was involved in friggin' trying to oppress America. He's probably rolling in his grave right now at the thought of all the subways that exist in America.
More signals incoming!
Man got bored at the beach.
Deploying motion tracker.
Who goes to Subway for a tuna salad? Like you go to Subway, and you're like, oh, they're gonna make. And I guess the argument is, why go to Subway where you can make a sandwich at home? True, but cold cuts go bad, and buying all the cold cuts you need to make all that stuff at home. Like. I guess if you're Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and you're a pothead, those cold cuts would probably be gone in a day to be there.
Sentry activated.
But I'm just saying, you go to Subway, and why not just... If there's anything that I would say that you can definitely make at home and you don't need to go to Subway for, it's tuna salad. Literally. Grab a can of tuna, put some mayo in it, some mustard in it, if that's your preference. I personally don't do mustard. I just do tuna mayo and dried onions, and that's great. And a little bit of lemon pepper. Nightmare doesn't like tuna, so you know he's missing out.
Like they're calming down.
But like, why go to Subway or why go out of your way anywhere and go, hey, let me order tuna salad? Why go to actually, that's the thing that weirds me out the most. People who buy tuna salad from gas stations. That's sketchy.
I think I might bug the game.
There's already the game heavily features bugs. What are you talking about?
So did you see this here, this swarm here?
Oh, that's not your guys?
No, that's a massive onslaught that came from there. It immediately ended when they spawned. That's not meant to happen.
Oh.
Yeah, so I can pick this up because they're meant to come directly to you. That's not happened. Instead, they're right about here somewhere.
Come on, team.
Take a breather.
It also means they're going to run into the Ark first.
I don't hear him anymore.
So I don't know what's just happened. If I just do this, yeah, I've never seen that happen before.
Are they just going for the dumpsters right now?
Yeah, apparently so.
No.
They have
go back to the camera feed.
No, they're moving on. They're going
Oh.
Oh wait.
We need to clip that. We need to make a YouTube short of that. They're going for. Look, he's dumpster diving. The little fucker. Apparently, they're part raccoon. The most advanced aliens. Apparently, the raccoon genome is some of the most advanced because these guys selectively evolve, right? Based on the creatures they consume and what best traits they have, right?
Yeah, they generally evolve.
Apparently, raccoons are some of the best creatures in existence according to today's xenomorph, genetics.
I have multiple signals.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Deploying motion tracker.
No, that's why it was super slow.
Setting up motion tracker. Motion tracker deployed.
Remember, a second, I could go down here.
More signatures spotted.
Ooh, that one there. Don't think I will need it.
Land support required!
Hang on. Our ride is coming.
Here's your container, Administrator.
Hey, we have to be sure. Go check it.
So, I'm going to do a bit of metagaming.
Oh boy. Here we go. Being told to open a mysterious container, kind of sucky way to go.
Sentry almost ready.
Yeah.
Sentry active.
There's only 8 eggs here. And no...
Just gotta get the legs of
nest.
Not nearly enough to infest a whole colony. They must have another way to breed.
You know what, Hayes? I don't want to hear about it. Check the container's log, Marines. Let's see where that crate came from.
There it is. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's that.
Not much here, Sarge. Only a signature from Gallagher, colony director.
Metagaming.
I guess that's Gallagher. Oh. Is that a bull?
That's a charger.
Reload.
No, I mean, is that a cow xenomorph?
Check your vitals.
Shit! You see the
Because
size of that thing?
we're in a butcher.
Tell me
We're
it
in a
didn't come from
butcher.
those cows,
We're in.
man.
We should head to
Yeah.
the director's office.
Oh.
Maybe we'll find more about the container there.
Good call,
That's a bull.
Administrator.
Yeah.
You reckon that Gallagher could have sent the
So,
containers to Pioneer Station?
right,
There's only
my
one way to
little
find out.
experiment
Need a
with
ride,
the
squad?
difficulty
Don't forget I'm here.
has
Package
Lamoud
sentry gun.
as a sentence. I was expecting that to be at least to be tougher.
Sentry pack.
It was not
Move on.
at all.
Come and get it. I'm ready.
that was, I guess it's early game still, so I hope I haven't accidentally made it surprisingly easy, but I'm looking at that meter at the top. So I think I've not. I think I've made it. I hope I've balanced this right. I'm not just made the joke out of the fucking game.
Great. That's just great.
But anyway, we are weak. We are gonna go resupply. We are going to then go to the market.
What do you think Xenomorph prime rib tastes like?
Wait, what tastes like?
Xenomorph prime rib.
Good question. I might as well do this first, actually.
It's very acidic, and you need to add. Oh, what counters acids? Acids.
Aminos.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that shit.
And cooking. Like, what did it use to curb acids?
Alkalines.
I know, what?
Alkaline. That's what generally counteracts acid. The acid and alkaline. If you get,
yeah.
I think at one point, you got burnt by acid. You put alkaline in it. It was meant to then cancel it out or some shit. No idea how true that actually was, but that's how I was taught.
Move on.
But I'm thinking
What a miserable place. And they call that a reception. Building better worlds, my ass.
Weyland-Yutani provide the tools. We're not responsible for how they're used and maintained.
Brings back memories. Not many of them good.
How's that?
Never mind.
I have multiple signals.
Let's see what's inside. On my way.
To Gallagher's office.
I have multiple signals.
You know what's funny about what I said about gas station food, though?
What specifically about gas station food?
Come on, team.
Well, that I wouldn't trust anything sold in a gas station that's supposed to be fresh food. Gas stations is apparently that's an American thing, and in Japan, 7-Elevens, for example, are gourmet. They have fresh food there. Oh my god, I want to go. I gotta go to Japan. I'm not a weeb. I'm not a Japanese culture enthusiast or anything. I'm just a kid who was born in the 2000s, and I wish to return to the 2000s. And go to Japan for a week is the best way. I'm going to go back to the 2000s. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to be wanting to visit Japan for a while. It's a pain in the ass to live there if you're foreign, but if you're just visiting as a tourist, it's fine.
Move on.
Yeah, that's something that I've been made aware of, and being a respectful person is something that my parents brought me up to be, so I don't think I'm going to have an issue as long as I keep my head down, and, obviously, acknowledge that I'm in somebody else's house and not in my own house and stuff like that. And a lot of American tourists just suck. As someone who's an American and goes to Disney World and realizes that and has to deal with other American tourists, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys are insufferable. And that's within my own country. It's
There's no one there, Sergeant.
Patch me in. I'm sure we'll find something on his personal terminal.
Let's see what's inside. Roger.
I mean, British tourists aren't
Accessing terminal.
saints either, I'll be honest. Fair, I think it's the same with a lot of tourists. You got ones that are bad, which ones are awful, and ones that aren't. It's just an overall thing. The funniest things that happen, at least over here, is when it comes to Americans, is when Americans try to use American laws.
Lucky for us, we have
oh god! All right, here we go. I know exactly what you're talking about. I want to hear you talk about it, anyways.
Oh no, just in general, it's the idea that the laws of the US apply to here or other places in Europe.
Oh no, because I think let's do some slander. No, not slander. This guy's this guy's been found guilty. Johnny Somali, that like Twitch streamer or whatever, that I think he was like doing all that nasty shit in Japan, like annoying Japanese citizens and stuff like that. And he was like, I'm protected by the U.S. Constitution, First Amendment, free speech and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, free speech is a human right, but you can't. So like, I get like if I went over to England and I said, you can't get angry at me for saying fuck so many times, even though like you guys really want to get angry at me because you guys say fuck as much as I do. Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, fuck off, bitch. But it's like, but like going like First Amendment, my First Amendment rights when you're over in a different country. It's like, no, that's not how that works. You'll be lucky if you get deported for your bullshit. Like that's the best. That's the best thing that can happen to you is you get deported. Worst thing that can happen. You're gonna spend some time in a country that you don't have that you only planned on going to for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm out.
It's when you're in somebody. Mama taught me that when you're in somebody else's house, even if you don't like the food, you smile and say thank you for the food and stuff like that, you know?
So quickly, just interrupt. Do you know that difficulty thing I mentioned?
Yeah.
That was what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And I have actually done it. It just takes a little bit.
Oh, maybe I'll send more than one cow after you next time.
Hey, we don't joke about that.
Don't get too comfy, okay?
No, but like that.
Move on.
Going back to American tourists though, and American tourists being just as insufferable in America as they are in other countries. The most whenever I go to like a tourist spot or whatever, like we'll use Disney as an example again, even though the prices there are atrocious, and I'm only paying for one park when I go this September, and I'm going the rest of my time. I'm going to Universal because the prices are way better.
Yeah.
Not sponsored. Just this my first vacation I'm taking in 10 years, so I'm really excited about it. Anyways, it's always tourists that are out from somewhere else, from another country, that always are the most diligent, the most not all the time. Bad people come from all around the world, not just America.
Yeah.
But usually, on average, the most appreciative people are like, "Oh, where are you? I'm from Mexico. Oh, that's awesome. How are you enjoying it? It's good. It's fun. I'm having a great time. Awesome." And then, I think the first British people I've ever met were in Orlando, and we went to this weird it was like this themed restaurant where it was like mafia themed, and you got your mugshot taken when you went through the door, and there was this buffet and there was a live show. And I met the first two British people I ever met in real life. It was like not three. It was a husband, a wife, and their daughter. And the funniest thing is that like the daughter was 12 years old. Legally, she was able to drink over where she's from, but talking about respecting laws of countries you visit, she couldn't legally drink in America.
Yep.
So it was like, so she had to sit there, and she couldn't have alcohol with her dinner, which I can imagine must be really annoying. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who grows up with alcohol, as like, I felt bad for her. But she was 12. But this was back when I was a kid, like really young. I think back 2009. Really nice. But first British people I ever met.
Hostile critters,
really nice people.
Colony. Hunslet being Hunslet. How'd you find your first day in the Corps?
I don't know.
Well, that's day one done.
It's a lot to take in.
If it helps, you're doing okay.
First day? Oh, I guess
over.
by ship computer.
Oh, it ain't never over.
That's her first day.
But for now, we got some time.
Good.
Day one have been crashed.
Gives me a chance to work on the
well.
comms. If only we could hear from Director Price from Pharaoh Spire. We could use her help.
Dr. Becker's been trying the whole time we were deployed.
It turns out most long-range transmitters are down. If someone's home at Pharos, they probably can't pick up. Do you think those things can be there too?
Judging by what happened on Pioneer, it's
it was
clear that they're spreading extremely
9,
fast.
10
Then
years
you
old.
better get familiar with the Otago right now. We can't give
Well,
those creatures
with
the benefit of time.
with the Mafia Cafe thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was. I can't. It was so long ago. Even my autism can't remember what their accents were. So I don't know if they were from north or south. You know.
Right.
But they were nice. So they were nice. They definitely. I don't think they were from London.
Right.
Well, then again, Monday, London. Yeah.
There's an accent from that one. But I'm going to end this episode now. There's no point. It's been, that mission took around about an hour. So I'm going to end the recording here for now, and I'll do more later. So anyway, that is did decide to watch. Thank you for actually taking time to actually watch it, especially with it being the long length that it is. And if you did actually enjoy it, just press the like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye now.